Hey everybody, welcome to my new video series, How I Built the Craziest Gym Ever. This series will include several episodes carefully explaining each piece of equipment I've built in my home gym. I'll be sure to cover things like a list of materials used for each machine, a basic cut list, the dimensions of each machine, and general instruction on how to assemble each piece of equipment. I'll also be adding what tools were used, how much time and cost, as well as discussing future gym equipment projects. If you enjoy this video and want to support future content, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below. So without further delay, let's get to this episode's project. For episode 2, I decided to switch focus to a much smaller and more simple piece of equipment, my homemade trap bar. I built this trap bar out of old barn wood I dug out of the ground and some random hardware I had laying around, but so far it's held up to the abuse. The simple design of this piece of equipment allows for low cost of material and relatively short labor time to build it. Here is a list of the material you will need to build this trap bar. Step 1. Gather the necessary materials. For the wood material, you will need 4 8-foot 2x6 boards. For the hardware, you will need 2 10-inch by 1/2 inch plumber's pipe, 2 12-inch by 1 1/2 inch pipe, 2 1 1/2 inch floor flanges, 8 5-inch by 3/8 inch lag bolts, and 1 box of 4-inch screws. The tools needed for this project are 1 saw of any kind, 1 power drill, 1 pipe wrench, 1 electric sander, measuring tools, and 1 3/4 inch spade bit. Step 2. Complete cut list. For the cut list, measure and complete the following cuts: 8 boards at 23 inches, 4 boards at 10 1/2 inches, 2 boards at 40 inches, and 2 boards at 6 inches. Step 3. Sand each board. Be sure to sand each board thoroughly with your electric sander. Step 4. Assemble frame. Begin assembling the frame by taking the 8 23-inch boards and separating them 4 boards to each side. Secure the boards together on both sides using the 4-inch screws. Be sure to stagger the screws accordingly as shown so as not to interfere with each other. Next, once the left and right side of the trap bar is complete, connect them together using the 2 40-inch boards. Connect the boards to the front and rear of the trap bar as shown, using the 4-inch screws. For each corner of the trap bar, insert 4 screws stacked side by side, then 2 5-inch lag bolts staggered between the screws. Step 5. Assemble frame handles. Once the frame is complete, it's now time to assemble the frame handles. Start one side at a time by taking 2 of the 10 1/2 inch boards and drilling a hole 2 inches from the top of the board, using the 3/4 inch spade bit. Be sure to drill the hole 2 inches deep. Now, insert the 10-inch by 1/2 inch pipe into the hole using the appropriate pipe wrench to make sure the pipe is inserted as tight as possible on both sides as shown. Once the pipe is securely connected on both sides, align the boards up so there is exactly 3 inches of space on both ends of the board, and the bottom is flush with the frame. Secure the handles to the frame using 6 4-inch screws placed side by side. Last, insert the 6-inch board from the cut list here using 4 4-inch wood screws. Step 6. Install weight bars. The final step of this episode is to measure and install the 1 1/2 inch floor flange and screw in the remaining 12 by 1 1/2 inch pipe on both sides of the trap bar. Be sure to install the flange and pipe at 11 1/2 inches using the 4-inch wood screws. I happened to build this trap bar through materials I already had from previous projects, but I'd estimate the total cost to buy everything new would be between $40 and $50 depending on which hardware store you choose, with the total labor time to be about 2 hours. You have now successfully completed your trap bar. Be sure to tune in to future episodes as we continue the series, How I Built the Craziest Gym Ever.